Hello, family. I hope that you are doing well. I am happy to be back with you. Now, today, this morning I wake up not feeling 100%, but decided that, I'm going to come on here and, still share with you as I planned. In the last video, I told you that there was something on my mind I really just wanted to talk about. And I just decided that, amid some feeling, I'm gonna just come and share with you. And, I'm in my homey mood. So, guys, you always come on and share the love. Thank you. But there is something that is on my mind for a couple of weeks now, and it keeps coming back. And, let's put it like this. I am someone that dreams. I get dreams, guys, and sometimes they are scary. Sometimes, they make me happy. Sometimes it put me in a mode that I have to be thinking, what does this mean? Because they come in different ways. But for about 2 or 3 weeks, I had 2 dreams and they kept coming back, and I was like, God, I don't really want to say anything. Because sometimes, family, you don't really want to sound like an extremist, and you don't want to, be like you're overly. You know what I'm saying? So I was thinking not to say anything. What I did, I remember the morning when I got one of the dreams, I got up in such, like, I was like breathing so hard. I was like, no. I was telling my husband, Marcel, that, honey, I didn't get a good dream at all. And I was breathing and I was, in so much anguish. And I was like, something feels like it's going to happen, but I just, discuss it with him and, we just pray about it and, leave it there. Because with me, sometimes I don't like to tell, everyone, anybody, what I get. But the truth is, friends, many a times I just watch my dreams happen. They just happen. And for, me, I don't really want to say what I dream every time, just keep saying, no, I get this, I get this, no. I have to, really get the conviction to say something. But mark you, when I get dreams like for persons, like for individuals, I will say, God, do you want me to say anything? What do you want me to do? You want me to say? Because sometimes you still don't want to go to the person, that you got the dream for and say, I got this and, I mean, but whenever I get it still, I would normally like give a word of encouragement. But you understand what I'm saying? I don't always just want to talk. So anyway, I just told him about it. But friends, for the past like 3 weeks or so, this one kept coming back to me, and I just felt like I really need to talk about it. You know why, family? Especially what I've been seeing in the news and the amount of earthquakes that have been happening in Jamaica. It just caused me to think, and as I was telling you, over the past 3 weeks, the dream kept coming back to me. So this is it, family. So I dreamt that I was at the wharf. I was between either the wharf and the hills, right? Of St. Andrew, Hilly St. Andrew. And remember that I am from the skirts of the Blue Mountain Range, right? So I was between the hills and I could see the wharf. That's Jamaica's wharf. And those of you who know how the wharf is, you know that they have the high cranes out there that will lift the containers and all of that. You will see them just standing up out there. And family, I remember I saw the sea. And the sea got up and the sea stood up. Family, I couldn't believe it. The sea stood up like a giant, you know, when a warrior stands up, you know, and the sea just stood up like this. And you see the waves, you know, when waves curve. So this is how the sea, you know, stood up. And it stood behind the containers and the wharf. And the sea moved away from the shoreline. It moved away from the shoreline and then it just stood up. And I was saying, what is this? But it's like in the sea, standing up in our family is like it was in delay. You know, it was ready to come on the land, but it's like it was in delay. And it was just there standing. And I was like saying, something is going to happen. Something is going to happen. Let us move. Something is about to happen. Something is about to happen. But I don't think that there was a kind of emergency. Like the people saw it was an emergency then. You know, it wasn't seen. But I was saying, what is this? What is going to happen? What is going to happen? And I woke up out of the dream. But I was like, no, it felt so real, family. The sea stood up by, you know, the wharf. That's Kingston wharves, right? And I just, you know, left it there. But when I saw the news and I saw the amount of earthquakes that have been happening in Jamaica, mark you, there are some that are small and some that are larger. Now, while I was in my community, that's where I'm from, the skirts of the Blue Mountain, that's Upper St. Andrew. And in just doing some research, I realized that the fault line, that's the Plantain Garden fault line, right? You know, that's the fault line that runs through Jamaica. The Plantain Garden fault line runs right through, I think, Yalas, St. Andrew, Wagwater, and also the Blue Mountain, right? So I really, looking at it, I really felt like, you know, where I grew up originally, like it's right on the line. And just thinking back, friends, I used to feel a lot of quakes. Like I used to feel a lot of quakes. And I was just in my bed and I felt the place shaking and I couldn't understand. Also, a part of it, right, is that the land that I used to live on was also a bit loose as well. So I felt like that was a part of it. Now, the Wagwater that the line goes through is a river that, you know, I grew up going to. And that's one of the rivers that, you know, feed the dam that supplies the water to Kingston. So just looking at everything, I know the dream coming back to me, just looking at it all, I'm thinking and I'm saying, I think this is something that we ought not to take for granted, because a lot of things, you know, is happening. You know, we know that there are going to be earthquakes and these things are going to come because it's the end time. The Bible prophesied, you know, all of that to happen. But I think it's also a time when we have to take heed and to know that we're in the last days. And it's also to note that, you know, I feel like something is about to happen. More so because I see where the geologist, that's Mr. Simon, he also came out with an article And he also came on Smile Jamaica and spoke about the fact that what is seen happening to Jamaica with the quakes is not good. Now, why did I talk about the dream? And what's the relation to the quake and the dream that I got? I really believe that with the earthquakes, it can trigger something to happen, right? And well, it's all in nature. But when he said that, you know, the the fault line is shifting, it is moving, right? And what is happening is that as it moves, it pushes the Blue Mountain upwards. I kind of stop to think, and it's kind of not good for the Blue Mountain. But all these things we know must happen and more, but sharing, with you today, sharing this, I just want to let you know that if something should happen, I pray that our hearts and our minds will be in the right place, because if something should happen with the sea coming inland, we know that many people will die. And with the sea standing, I also believe that God is also giving time, time to repent. When I saw this sea just stood up, I said something is about to happen, but God is still extending mercy, So in everything, as much as I will get the dreams and I see them come to pass, I never want to come and share anything and taking things out of context or be an alarmist. But it is for us to know that we have to keep our minds family focused. We have to keep our minds connected, on Christ, because we must carry on our daily life, But if something traumatic should happen, like a tsunami or something should come, upon the land, it is for us to just know that we have to be in a state of readiness, and our heart must be connected with Christ. Because if something should happen still, many persons will die, and the truth is that we cannot stop that. But how will it take us? We know a lot of killings, a lot of things are happening, a lot of persons are involved in practicing wrong and practicing evil. It is all around us. But coming on here and sharing with you is just to remind us, family, that we are living in serious times, and to share with you as well, because it's two dreams that I got. I remember one evening I had to go back to my country home, and I went there. That is before even it got destroyed, because you know that now my country home has gotten destroyed because the earthquake, and it started to tilt and all of that, right? So one evening when I was there, I was already married, and I just went up to see what's going on. So I stayed up there, and I also got a dream during that time that Kingston was on the water. I saw the entire Kingston on the water, and I called my husband and I said, "What's happening down there?" And he's saying, "Everything is on the water." And I said, "What do you mean on the water?" And in the dream, I could see the cars, I could see everything covered. And I was like, "Father, have mercy." I saw it. So we know that the Lord is going to teach us, is going to speak to us in different ways. Now, if we decide to speak or not to speak, it is on us. But I was just moved to come on here and just to share, that with you. That, friends, it is not time, for us to just be relaxing and think that it's just another day every day. But let us just try our best to take our time to try to connect to the divine in such a way that it doesn't matter what happens, it doesn't matter what comes. We are not found wanting in any way. And if we should die or live, that's okay. Because if we should die, we will be in the first resurrection, right? So that's what I really wanted to share, with you guys. Thank you for always just coming on and sharing the love with me, you know, and for just supporting the ministry. And for those of you who you will send your PayPal, you will, send your love gifts. I appreciate it. All right, guys. And, thank you for chiming with me today. And thank you for, joining me in the homie mode today, guys. So just really wanted to share that with you and encourage you to, stay true to God and keep, holding on to Him and trusting no matter what it is. All right, family. So until next time, you do take care and keep safe and all the best for the rest of the week and happy Sabbath when it comes. All right, so take care. Adios.